I beat the Phantom Menace in Lego Star Wars the Skywalker saga, and it was amazing. So today we're going to be starting one of my new series, which is basically going to be ranking all the episodes in every episode of the Skywalker saga. So there's 5 levels per episode in the Skywalker saga, and today we're going to be ranking all 5 of them from the Phantom Menace, and then I'll be continuing this series all the way up until the Rise of Skywalker. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, first of all, here are the criteria that I'm going to be ranking the level on. Number 1 is how unique it is compared to other levels. Number 2 is how repetitive the levels are going to be. So if the entire level is the same thing over and over again, just in different areas of the level, then that'll be too repetitive and will probably go down the list. And number 3 will most likely be just generally how fun it was to play the level. Was it fun if it was a boss fight? Was it fun if it was a puzzle? Was it challenging? Was it just good that way? And last but least, if the level does get the lowest on this list, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily bad. It just means that some levels may be better than the other ones. And let's get right into it. So starting off at number 5, we're going to be putting the level titled A Bigger Fish. Now this episode was the first level in the Skywalker saga, not counting of course hub levels. Now hub levels did take up most of this movie in my opinion. Of course a lot of these levels are small portions of the movie and the rest of the movie is filled in with hub levels and pre-levels. So though this was maybe a smaller portion in the actual movie itself, in the game they had to take a small portion of the movie and turn it into a entire level. Now like I said, it's not necessarily a bad level, but it's a little too repetitive in my opinion. The only thing that you're really doing is just shooting out the enemies, the bigger fish, as Qui-Gon says, and then basically that's the end of the level. You repeat that 3 times the level, and then you're done. Of course, there are a couple mini kits and a couple things that you could complete, but I would have liked it slightly better. It would have gotten higher on this list if maybe they had done like a mini game when the power goes out, and you have to do a mini game in like the cockpit or something with like R2 or something, even though he's not even there. I'm just saying stuff out right now. An astromech droid or something, that would have made it even better. Or maybe the cave collapse and you have to like shoot your way out of the cave. That would have made it really cool and would have put it slightly up, because this level, though it is unique compared to other levels, it's really repetitive and gets really boring kind of quickly. Though I will be very much excited when I replay this game for a second time, or just specifically this level would definitely be the first one I replay. Now, the next one that's going on our list is going to be the level titled, Now This Is Pod Racing. Now, this was an amazing part of the movie, we can all agree, where Anakin comes up and he goes and blows up the entire Trade Federation ship. Now, that was amazing. Now, I'm not necessarily saying this was a bad level in the Skywalker saga, but there were some better levels. For starters, basically, so first when you enter into the Naboo space, basically you're just going to take out the outer defenses of the Trade Federation ship, and then you're going to go inside and you're going to blow the inside. Now, I did like how they actually did let you go inside and take it out from the inside, and how there actually was pretty fun to take out the defenses, but here's the reasons why it loses points. Now, number 1 is because actually they could have done a quick flying sequences where maybe you have to dodge some stuff when you're escaping out of the ship. So basically you go in, you blow everything up on the inside of the ship, but then it's simply a cutscene that brings you to the outside. I would have liked it slightly better if maybe they had done a quick scene where you have to try to dodge stuff while trying to escape the outside, but then again that could have been a little difficult, but they did pull it off for the complete saga's final level in Return of the Jedi. In fact, the final level in the game, they pulled it off there, so I would have liked it slightly better if they repeat again. And the thing that also loses points a little bit is the flying controls. Now, the flying controls in this game are a little wonky, I'm going to be honest. So basically, I like the controls where you have to like dodge incoming attacks, and then the health bar, I think that's all good, but it's just the speed controls that bother me. Your default speed control is speed level 6, and it goes from level 0 to 100. Now, to speed up your ship, you have to hold down the button A if you're on Xbox, X if you're on PlayStation, and whatever it is on PC. So you have to hold down the button to speed up. It's not like a switch where basically you switch forward on like an actual like a flying simulator, say Star Wars Squadrons, where you moved your speed up and then it stayed at that speed. No, in this game you have to hold down the button, which I can find is a little annoying, and that's why the flying controls are slightly bad in this game. I don't want to say anything, but the flight combat is really good in this game, so that's just where it loses points. But still, definitely not a bad level, and really excited to replay this one again. Now, this one is one that was really anticipated to be in the complete saga and the Skywalker saga. Well, at least I thought it was going to be in the complete saga when I played the game, and it wasn't in there, but here it is in the Skywalker saga. This level is called Outmanned but Not Outgunned. So basically, this is basically the Battle of Naboo, but from the Gungans' perspective. So in the complete saga, it was simply a cutscene, I believe, the entire time, and it was actually a bonus level cutscene anyways. So it really wasn't that much in the basic game. But in this game, it is an entire level. So basically, the point of the level is you're playing as Jar Jar and Captain Tarpals, and basically you're just going to be holding off the droids until Anakin can figure out a way to blow up the thing. Now, at the beginning, basically, you have to take out small groups of droids, and then you have to put the Gungan power orbs inside of the launchers to launch it over to the droid. And at the end of the level, there's a huge sequence where basically it's kind of like the battles from LEGO Star Wars through the Clone Wars, where basically you have a little crosshair and you have to launch it at the droids and you have to take them out. Honestly, I thought this level was amazing, and the only reason why it falls here at number 3 from the top is just because there were some levels that were better than this. There's nothing wrong with this level, and this level is pretty much just a great level all out. There's nothing I would really change about this level at all. The only thing that they could have done to make it slightly better would be make it a little longer. That's one of the main issues that we had with the Phantom Menace, is that all the levels were really short. It takes less than 5 minutes to complete. But if you see, this is not going to be for the entire game. Some of the later levels in the game could take a little bit longer. And also, with 45 levels in the game, they didn't want it to take you days to complete the game. I've seen some people who could probably speedrun this in probably a couple of hours, possibly. So, not bad. Just could have been slightly longer, but amazing level, and this will definitely pop up maybe on top 10 so far for my favorite levels. Next is a level that I really loved in this game. This level, going at number 2, is the Boonta Eve Classic. Now, the Boonta Eve Classic, also known as the pod racing level in the Complete Saga, is basically exactly what it says. It's the pod racing level. It's the Boonta Eve Classic. You play as Anakin, and if you have 2 players, you play as Gengasko as the second player, and you basically just pod race exactly as it says. This level is a great representation of the level back from the Complete Saga. A lot of people said they hated the level in the Complete Saga. Honestly, I did like it, but this one's even better. The flight controls are actually kind of good in this level. It's not like the actual flying controls. I think they're pretty fluent, at least on Xbox, which I play on. They're really fluent, and this level is honestly really fun. I really enjoyed having the suspense of if I was going to win or not, or if I was going to have to do another lap. That's the suspense that you brought back from the Complete Saga, which is really what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring back the nostalgia, trying to bring back everything from the Complete Saga, but make it even better. This level really has nothing that's bad about it. Again, similar to Outman but not Outgunned. The only reason why this is coming here is because the next level is just slightly better than this level. And this level, I actually think, is the perfect length. This level might be the only level in A New Hope, in the Phantom Menace, sorry, that's actually the perfect length. Some of the other levels are a little short, but this level, I think, is the perfect length. That's not too long, not too dragged out. This level just flows nicely, and if you're really good at racing games previously, then you could probably speedrun this level if you really want it. And honestly, this level is really fun. This, again, comes on top 10, probably maybe even top 5 for my favorite levels so far in this game. Now, coming at number 1 for the Phantom Menace, the best level is Better Call Maul. Now, honestly, this level, also known as the Duel of Fates in the Complete Saga, was probably one of the most anticipated levels in this entire game. It was a great scene in the movie. It was great in the Complete Saga. It's just all out great, and this definitely gives a good representation of it in Lego form. So to start off, you basically just kind of take out Maul by doing like an all-out lightsaber battle, which this is the first time we get to see a boss fight, a proper boss fight in this game with lightsabers. Now, the boss fight mechanics are perfect in this game. I'm going to say there's nothing I would change about the boss fight mechanics. The quick duels where you have to spam buttons is pretty much amazing. Spamming buttons, that's really cool. The mechanics are really good. The blocking is really good. Everything's really good. I especially love the new combos that they've added to this game, where basically you can do a slam if you do AAX on Xbox. I don't know what it is on PlayStation. The combos are pretty much amazing in this game. After that, you're basically going to go into the main area where you have those big power stations and whatever, and then you're going to take out some droids, do some parkour really quickly, and I think that this is a perfect balance of not too much parkour, but not enough parkour. This is the perfect balance of just right in the Goldilocks zone for the perfect amount of parkour in the level, and also the perfect amount of actual fighting with the boss. And the final part is a puzzle where basically you have to open the ray shielded doors using the Force, and these Force mechanics are just really good in this game. There's really nothing I would change about this level at all. Then the final part, of course, you basically take out Maul completely, and then poor Qui-Gon is stabbed. He really can't get a break. No matter what, Qui-Gon dies. Even though you think he's gonna survive, Qui-Gon does sadly die. But this level is pretty much amazing. It goes at number 1 for the best level in the Phantom Menace. So there we go. That is ranking the 5 levels in LEGO Star Wars the Skywalker Saga: The Phantom Menace. If you want to keep up with the series, to see episode 2 all the way down to episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to see all the other episodes. Hope you enjoy the Skywalker Saga, and bye.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.